And I think the thing is that, in our physical self, we're actually feeling all the senses. So, for our senses that we have, the feeling, the touch, the hearing, the sound, whatever, it can feel really heavy when you're experiencing something that is really hard for you. Your whole body's embodying that moment. It's very heavy and it's hard to get out of. But our biggest enemy is like our brain, getting stuck in our brain with it. So we get so entangled within our thoughts that sometimes it's so hard to come out of. And that's why sometimes we've got to shift where we are. So it's like, to shift that energy, we have to move away from, so say for instance, if I was really feeling heavy, I always listen to my guides. I always trust in them and I ask them questions directly to them. And if anyone finds it difficult to hear them sort of in their ear, or, receiving the information however you want to receive it, then that's when I take my cards out. I use my cards. I use my affirmation cards. I will shuffle them and go, right, okay, give us a clue. Please give us a clue what's happening, because I have my own personal things that happen. And sometimes I'm bowled over by a card and then I might sit there and go, I don't know, I'm not sure. And sometimes I get a little kick and my guides go, oh my goodness, this is so simple. I'm like, but it's not, because when you're physically going through something and personally, it's really, really difficult. So then I shuffle a couple of cards and they reveal. I mean, even today, before I started doing this, I had 3 cards and I'm like, well, that makes so much sense. What the cards were telling me, it's just making me aware of they are actually listening to me. But one of the things that I found that has helped me, and my guides have offered me this assistance, is that, if something's happening to me personally in my own personal world, I try to take myself away from what's going on. I physically will move, like go out for a walk, listen to music or whatever it is that sort of elevates my own energy. So that I get a clearer understanding. I feel more connected to my guides to make it even easier to hear them and to receive the information. And then once I've stepped away and I've sort of it's like having cogs, as in, if there's a trauma, it escalates. You think of more things that's connected to an individual or the situation. But if I can get away from it and switch off for 10, 15 minutes, my mood shifts straight away. And I'm like, oh, my energy shifts. But if we sit there and we keep thinking about the same thing, the biggest thing that's just happened to me, and I was like, I'm so stupid. I was worried. I bought my house and I've done it independently on my own, and it took a long time to get it, but I did. And I was thinking, the worst thing, you could be really careful what you put out there. I thought the worst thing that could happen right now is something happened to my roof of my house. It might start leaking. And 2 days later, I have a leak in my roof. And I'm like, I actually manifested that. Why did I do that? So no, and I'm really good at this. And I'm like, so normally I'd go, if I'm thinking about something and worry about something, I normally switch it over to something quick. I sort of disengage with it. I'll go, right, I'm listening to music, change that quickly. Because the longer that I worry about it, that I was going to end up something on my roof, it's now put the energy in it and I have a damn leak. And then I was thinking, oh my God, what if? And I went, no, stop. Don't even say what if. Because again, the energy of it, I'm manifesting it, I'm creating more of it. So I had to make sure I went for a walk today just so that I could just stop the energy of it and look at it in a different way. I'm like, oh, it's okay. It's just a small thing. We're getting it sorted. So it's like paying attention to where we are at, our mindsets.